Hey everyone, so what I've got here today is the Samsung 28-inch 4K monitor. Model is UE570. This monitor I would definitely say would be a good gaming monitor. It has 1 millisecond response time, which is really good, and you definitely need something like that for gaming, especially fast-paced. It has the AMD FreeSync technology, which I believe this is the FreeSync 1 and not FreeSync 2. It flicker-free display. It shows the eye saver mode where it pulls out the blues. You got picture by picture, so you can have two different sources next to each other, and it also has picture in picture, just like you would find in a normal TV. And it does also have two HDMI ports. And being a 4K monitor, this also has support for 1 billion colors. So let's go ahead and open up the box. Let's see how well they packaged it and see how it looks. Okay, as soon as we open up the box, see here we've got, looks like they give you two sets of HDMI cables. Power cable is in here, got your instruction manuals, got your power brick, one part of the TV stand, and this looks like it's the other part of the TV stand. And here we've got the monitor, and it appears like there's nothing else underneath it. Let's go ahead and remove this. Okay, and here we've got the back of it. Let's see if we can see these ports back here. So as you can see, you've got a VESA mount ability right here. You've got your HDMI 1, HDMI 2. Looks like you got DP-in, headset, and then the power port. And then this is where your stand will go if you decide you want to use a stand and not the VESA. And you got a little lock here in case you want to use a laptop lock mount and just secure it to the wall or whatever, depending on where you might be using this monitor. And it looks like back here, I haven't looked at it yet, but chances are this is going to be for the controlling of the on-screen display, I bet. Alright, let's go ahead and pull it out and take a look at what the front looks like. Yep, don't see any other controls on the sides or the bottom or the top. So that little dial on the bottom, so that dial is probably going to go ahead and be the controls for the OSD display. Let me go ahead and put this on the mount for the monitor. I'm not going to do a VESA wall mount or anything on it just yet. So let me go ahead and get the mount hooked up, get it hooked up to the TV, and let's go ahead and get started setting it up. Okay, in order to mount the stand onto this TV, you're actually going to need a Phillips head screwdriver, which I went and just grabbed myself. As you can see, you got 2 screws here, which will be used to screw into this piece here, and this piece goes into the actual TV. Let's get this off. So once you get that stuck in there, go ahead and screw it in. Okay, and this is how the stand should look. And the monitor will plug in right here in that spot right here. Okay, let's go ahead and there you go. It just popped right in. Go ahead and move the box out of the way. And here you go. You can see here, like I said, you got your base mounts here, you got the standard stand mount here, 2 HDMI, DP, power plug. You got a little spot here where you can run your cables down to try to clean it up. And again, right here you've got your on-screen display, and if you want to put a little lock on it, fit it right there. There it is from the front. I'll take these off. As you can see, the 28-inch model is a flat screen and it's not curved. Personally, I like the curves more, the curved screen monitors more, but at 28 inches, probably not a big deal. Alright, again, here's the power plug. As I mentioned before, the power plug is going to be for this little spot right here. So that's what this slot is for right here, is the power plug. And again, if you want to use a headset, you get it right there. And it did come with two, I believe it's 2 HDMI cables. Or it might be 1 HDMI cable and 1 DP cable by the looks of it. Let's take a look, see what it is for sure. Okay, yep, 1 HDMI, 1 DP cable. And this is the HDMI. Yep, HDMI. And the standard power plug for the brick. Alright, and that is the unboxing for this Samsung monitor. I'll actually see about removing my old monitor from the computer and hooking this one up, and then we'll continue from there. Okay, so I got it hooked up to one of my computers right now. Got everything plugged in. As you can see, it's got power. Got your little blue light here showing that the monitor's getting power. Let's go ahead and power it up. Turn it on. Yep, there And right now I've got my computer off, so let's go ahead and power that on. And now you got your little setup guide, which I haven't gone through yet, so we'll go ahead and go through this. It's asking for the language, which is English. Let's let know current resolution. Oh, there it goes. It's letting you know what the optimal resolution is, which is 4K at 30 Hz. Current resolution is set for 1080p, which is what I've got the computer outputting to, so I'll go ahead and change that. And that little dial that I showed you in the back, you would actually lift it, push it up, and the selections go up, push it down. This goes down. If you push the button in, it's like hitting the enter key, and you have a left and right. Here you got volume control if you mess with the OSDs on it. Right now it's muted. Eye saver mode is off. Brightness is set to 100, which I don't really like. I'll do custom settings later. Contrast is 75. Okay, I went ahead and logged in. I am still currently set up with a 1080p monitor, or set up with a 1080p resolution. So let me go ahead and change this over to 4K. So with that, if you're using Windows 10, you just right click anywhere on the desktop, go down to display settings, and then you'll be able to see in the middle of the screen would be resolution. Right now again it shows as 1080p. Go ahead and choose the drop down list, select 4K. Okay, well, my apologies. It appears my sandbox computer only handles 1080p and won't handle 4K. So I'm going to have to move this over to my gaming system instead in order to play around with it, which I'll do later. I've got a 43-inch monitor hooked up to that one, so it's going to be a lot of work to switch the two monitors out. Let me go ahead and show you the on-screen display for this monitor. Again, if you reach back to behind where that dial knob was, if you push in, you got your little display that comes up. If you go down, that's ability to power it off. If you go to the left, you can change your source. Mine is set to HDMI 1 right now. And if you angle it to the right, this is where your picture-in-picture and picture-by-picture options are. And if you go up, it takes you to the main OSD menu. And then here you got your picture, your PIP, PBP, your on-screen display system, and your monitor information. Within picture, you can change your various picture settings like the Samsung Magic Bright. You can change your brightness, contrast, sharpness, the color. If you want to change your angle, which is basically the angle that you mostly view your monitor. If you're leaning back a lot, standing, looking at the monitor from the side. Change your black levels, HDMI black levels. This is your eye saver mode. Turn it on and you can see it filters out the blues. Oops. And this is where you turn your game mode on. You have the options of leaving it on, always on, or off. Your response time, you can set it to standard, faster, fastest. Again, that's going to be mostly for gaming. Then you can change the aspect ratio of your picture. And then here's your picture-in-picture, picture-by-picture mode, which I've got turned off because I've only got one computer hooked up to it. Your on-screen display, which is this, so you can change some little settings for it. Transparency, the language, the display time, how long it's going to display until it times out and closes. Information about the system. Turn on eco saving here. Timer off. You got your PC AV mode. Everything's set to PC on here. Display port version, which is 1.2. Source detection, it's set for automatic, so it knows which source to switch to. Key repeat time. And it's the response time of when the button is pressed. And it's the power LEDs, let you know the status of it, which would be the little LED that would be flashing right down in the bottom right hand corner. So if the monitor's on, if you set it for working, the LED will come on. I've got it set to standby right now. And then you got the information of the monitor, gives you the serial number, HDMI model, the resolution, how many hertz. It's set for 1080p at 60 hertz right now. Yep. And that's it for the on-screen display settings. Pretty straightforward. So I haven't hooked up the second computer to this one just yet. I'll probably do that later. But that's it. That's the UE570 monitor. It's only in 1080p mode at the moment and not 4K, so I'll have to, like I said, I'll have to hook this up to my gaming system in order to get into 4K mode. Okay, so I played around with it a little bit. I can't get 4K resolution out of this, but I can get, I believe it looks like 2K resolution. So this is the 1080p. And I'll go ahead and change it from 1920 to 1080 to what this sandbox computer can handle, which is 2560 by 1440. And even then you can see the colors are already looking a lot better than it did in 1080p. 1080p the colors are kind of washed out. Here in 2K it's actually looking even better right now. And there's the 1080p again. And here it is in 2560 by 1440. And the max resolution for this will be 3840 by 2160. So I'll be hooking this one up again, like I said, to my gaming computer and utilize the full picture quality of this monitor. That, or just upgrade my sandbox computer to upgrade the video card in it so I can get... It's a beauty. It looks really nice. I like it a lot. I'm kind of sad that you can't adjust the height of this monitor. You can't raise it up, you can't lower it, so it's not a fully adjustable stand. It's pretty static. You even can't move it left, right, or anything without moving the entire stand, which I'm not really liking. I do have a VESA mount stand. I'll probably go ahead and switch it over to that one because that one's full articulating. So I can raise it, lower it, move it around without the stand having to be moved with it. But again, especially the ability to raise and lower the monitors. That's a feature that I use a lot in monitors, and not having that with this one is kind of a letdown. But if you don't need that feature, or if you have a VESA mount, then it's not a big deal. At least they gave you the option of using a VESA mount, which not all monitors have, so I'm at least happy for that. Maybe eventually I'll hook this one up to the monitor. That's usually what I do with all my monitors anyways, just wall mount them. So I may eventually just do that with this one as well and be done with it. Alright, well, thanks again for watching. Y'all, hope you enjoyed the video. Y'all have a good day. Bye.